Virtual World is an archetype that got reprinted in the 2021 Megatins and likes to special summon a lot. The first Virtual World monster is 3 Virtual World Lulu. If this card is in your hand, you can target one Virtual World card you control, send one virtual card of a different type from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. Then you can add one Virtual World card of the third type from your deck to your hand, except for Lulu. And then for the rest of this turn, you can only special summon level/rank 3 higher monsters. You can only use this effect of Lulu once per turn, and all of the Virtual World monsters have the effect that you can only special summon level/rank 3 or higher monsters, so no link monsters. But this one's really good to get your combo started and get more advantage in your hand. 3 Virtual World Jiuji. If this card is in your hand, you can target one Virtual World card, control this, and one Virtual World card of a different type from your deck to the graveyard, special summon this card. Then, during the end phase of this turn, you can add one Virtual World monster from your graveyard to your hand, except for Jiuji. So this one helps you set up for the next turn. 2 Virtual World Hime, Nyan. If a level 3 monster is normal or special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card as a tuner, but banish it when it leaves the field. Also, for the last turn, you can only special summon level/rank 3 or higher, and if this card is banished, you can target one of your other banished cards, shuffle it into the deck. So this is how you can get your banished cards back and get another monster onto the board. 3 Virtual World Lily. If this card is in your hand, target a Virtual World card you control, send one Virtual card of a different type from your deck to your graveyard, and special summon this card. Then you can send one Virtual World card of the third type from your deck to the graveyard, except Lily. This one helps you set up your graveyard for more things, because it can send more cards. 3 Virtual World Laolao. If this card is in your hand, target a Virtual World card you control, send one Virtual World card of a different type from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. Then you can special summon one Virtual World monster from your graveyard in defense position with a different name than the card sent to the graveyard, but negate its effects. This helps you get more monsters onto the board. 1 Virtual World Toutou. If you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are psychic and or worm monsters, you can normal summon this card without attributing. If this card is in your graveyard, you can discard one psychic or worm monster, special summon this card as a tuner, but banish it when it leaves the field. So this one is a good card to dump for your other Virtual World monsters, and you can special summon it onto the field to get another body, but not everyone plays this one. 3 Virtual World City Kauwloon. Place one Virtual World Gate card from your deck face up in your spell and trap zone. Then you can apply any of the following effects based on the number of Virtual World Gate cards you control. So if there's 2, all Virtual World monsters, you gain 200 attack this turn. 3, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. And 4, special summon up to 4 Virtual World monsters with different names from your extra deck. But you won't usually get all of those effects. 3 Virtual World Gate Ginglong. You can banish one Virtual World card from your graveyard, then target one face-up monster on the field, negate its effects until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. You can also banish this card from your graveyard, add one Virtual World monster from your deck to your hand, then send one card from your hand to the graveyard. So this can get you any of your Virtual World monsters, since you'll be sending this a lot to the graveyard, and also negate monsters you need to. 2 Pot of Desires. Banish 10 cards from top of your deck, face down, draw 2 cards. You like to have more cards in your hand to combo with. 2 Virtual World Gate Chuche. You can target one face-up card on the field, shuffle 2 of your banished Virtual World cards with different names from each other into the deck, then destroy that card. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Virtual World monster you control, increase or decrease its level/rank by 3 until the end of this turn. This one helps for some level modulation and for interruption. 1 Virtual World Gate Xuanwu. During the battle phase, if you control another Virtual World Gate card, you can target one face-up monster on the field, change its battle position. You won't use that effect too much, but during your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Virtual World monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but negate its effects, then send one card from your hand to the graveyard. This has just helped you get more monsters onto the field. And for the rest of the cards in the main deck, is mostly just interruptions, so you can put hand traps or anything else you might want. And I have 3 Book of Moon. Target a face-up monster on the field, change that target face down defense position. 2 Heavy Storm Duster. Target up to 2 spell or traps on the field, destroy them. You cannot conduct your battle phase, but you just activate it during your opponent's turn. 3 Lost Wind. Negate special summon monsters effects, and then their attack is also halved. 3 Fiendish Chain to negate any monster effects on the field. 3 Compulsory Evacuation Device. Target one monster on the field, return that target to the hand. And if you turn extra deck monsters, they're just gone till they special summon them again. And for the extra deck, we have 1 Virtual World Kyubi Shenshen. Any card sent from the field to the graveyard is banished instead, which is pretty hard for a lot of decks to play with. You can only use each of the following effects of Virtual World Kyubi Shenshen once per turn. When your monster declares an attack, you can return 1 banished monster to the owner's graveyard. This helps to get some of your banished cards back, and also during the main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish 2 other monsters from your graveyard with different original types and attributes from each other. Special summon this card from your graveyard. So this also just keeps coming back, which is very nice. 2 Vermillion Dragon Mech. Once per turn, you can banish 1 tuner from your hand, graveyard, or face-up field, then target 1 card on the field, destroy it. And also, if this synchro summon card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished tuners, add it to your hand. So this helps to recur some things and also destroy important cards your opponent has. 1 Ultimaya Tzolkin. Cannot be synchro summoned, must be special summoned from your extra deck by sending 2 level 5 or higher monsters you control with the same level to the graveyard, 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. And then when a spell or trap is set in your field, set during the damage step, you can special summon 1 power tool synchro monster or 1 level 7 or 8 dragon synchro monster from your extra deck. And then while you control another synchro monster, monsters cannot target this card for attacks, also cannot target it with card effects. And the card we go into is Beals of the Diabolic Dragons, though there are a lot of options to go into with that card. Beals cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, and if you take damage from an attack involving this card or from an opponent's card effect, this card gains attack equal to the damage you took, so this can also get pretty big. 1 White Aura Dolphin. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes half its original attack until the end of this turn. And if this card is destroyed by opponent's card and sent to your graveyard, you can banish 1 other water monster and then special summon this card. But we don't run too many other water monsters, so it just helps you get over bigger monsters. 1 Stardust Charge Warrior. Sometimes we need a level 6, and then when this one's synchro summoned, you can draw 1 card, so it gains you some advantage. And also this card can attack all special summon monsters your opponent controls once each. So this can get over a bunch of little special summon monsters. 2 Virtual World Beast Jiuji. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while you have 2 or more monsters in your graveyard with the same original type and attribute, but different names. So this is a pretty good defensive card. You can also banish 2 monsters from your graveyard with the same original type and attribute, but different names, then target 1 card on the field, send it to the graveyard. So this also helps you to get rid of some cards. 1 Virtual World Phoenix Fan. Once per turn, you can detach 2 materials from this card, then target 1 face-up card your opponent controls and 1 card in either graveyard, banish them. So this is a pretty good removal effect. Also, if this Exceed Summon card is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster or by an opponent's card effect while in its owner's monster zone, you can special summon 2 Virtual World monsters with the same type and attribute as each other from the deck. This also recurs more Virtual World monsters. 1 Constellar Ptolemy M7. You can also Exceed Summon this card by using other things, but once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 monster on the field or in either graveyard, return that target to the hand. So this can be removal or to get back your Virtual World cards. 1 Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal. Requires 2 level 6 monsters, and you can detach 1 material from this card, send 1 card from your deck to the graveyard. This can set up your graveyard for anything you might want. 1 Totem Bird is 2 level 3 wind monsters. When a spell or trap card is activated, you can detach 2 materials from the card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. This card loses 300 attack while it has no materials, but you get to negate a spell or trap card. 1 Virtual World Shell Jaja. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster you control. It cannot be destroyed by battle until the end of your opponent's turn. Once per turn after damage calculation, if this card battles your opponent's monster while you have 2 or more monsters in your graveyard with the same original type and attribute as each other, you can banish that opponent's monster. This is also another good way to just remove a problematic monster. And 1, the Phantom Knight's a break sword. Once returned, you can detach one material from this card and target one card you control and one card your opponent controls, destroy them. So it just helps you. Another way to remove opponent's cards. And that's the deck, only $27.59. It's a pretty cool reprint in the Megatins, and it's kind of fun to figure out how to get the best board out on the field. Thanks for watching.